What's going on YouTube? Pistol Pete here. Today I'm going to be bringing you, as you can tell by the title, Wyatt Hines Mega Mountain Bowie. The Mega Mountain Bowie. So let me tell you how this came about. I hit up my boy Wyatt Hines because I love his shit. His blades are just amazing. You know, he's definitely a master of his craft, straight up bladesmith. He knows what he's doing when it comes to metals and heat treat and grinding and everything, man. This guy's just got it down. And so he's my go-to guy, man. And I love it. Like I said, I love his work. I have like about 5 of his blades now. And so I told him, I was like, I want something like the Mountain Shining Bowie, you know, style. I'm not looking exactly out. I'm not looking to make like exact replica of it. I'm looking for something like it, you know, something similar. But I want something bigger. You know, I like big buoys, you know. So we started brainstorming and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I do like, if you saw my video on Wyatt Hines, the Rhino. I have a Rhino design that we did. We put together a collab that me and Wyatt did. It takes the blade of like a style blade of the Undertaker Bowie by Condor, and then the handle of the Heartstopper from the Rambo movie. And we combined it, so it looks bitchin'. So anyways, I had to make me a mega one. And that one's awesome. I love it, but it's super thick. It's a 1/2 inch thick of 5160 steel. Huge. So I was like, let's make something a little bit lighter, a little more nimble. I still want it big, but I want a little more nimble. So let's go like 3/16 or maybe a little bit bigger than 3/16, and then we'll use a stronger steel. So it'll still have the same strength as that. So we used 8670. So let's just get on with it. Let's get on with it. I could talk and show you guys, all right? But let's start off with the sheath. I'm just going to show you like this. So Wyatt does awesome sheath. You know, he puts in the drainage hole there for water getting in it. You got your leg tie downs or any type of lashing you want to do. For your belt, he does this awesome cordage type stuff that he does. It's just bitching the way he does that. Super nice the way he does that. It has this little flare here. This thing is so big. He was telling me it's not going to lock in, especially the way the guard is. So this is good enough. You know, maybe in the future I might get a leather sheath made for it, because I think this is awesome. But I think this one needs the style it is and the rustic look of it. I think it needs a leather sheath. But let's get on with this bad boy. I'm going through the side here. Look at this beautiful beast. Freaking badass. Look how beautiful that is. And we decided to use rich light for the handles. And brass garden pummel. You can see there it has his initials and it says 8670. And I love 8670 still. Wyatt's right. He fell in love with it too. He was telling me it's very similar. So what we love about 8670... freaking humongous, look at this freaking thing. What we love about 8670 is that it pretty much has a toughness of the toughness of 5160, but with the edge retention of like a 1095 carbon steel. So, and I wanted to go thinner. So that's why this stock here is it's still pretty thick, but it's about 3/16 inch. They're not a quarter or 1/2 inch, like the 1/2 inch was the Mega Rhino. I think it's heavy as hell. But this thing is, I mean, it's still pretty light and nimble and easy to move in the hand. Good for snap cuts and stuff. I mean, it's still a really usable, manageable blade. And with Wyatt's heat treat and his quality and his work, this thing is, I don't have to worry about this bending or anything like that, this tip bending. I did do a false swedge here. I didn't have them sharpen it because you know, I like to have it thick, so in case I want to do batoning or anything on that, or just it also reinforces the tip a little more too, to have a thick swedge here instead of a sharpened swedge for a fighter. I just love it. I love it. And again, we use rich light for the handle instead of wood and G10. Rich light's like a pressed paper, but it comes out looking bitchin'. Look at that thing. It looks like just like wood, and it holds up. It's stronger. It's like stronger than G10 or as strong as G10 or something like that. But so unlike wood, this will handle way more abuse. And then of course I got the brass liners there. Look at that, how nice it is. And the fit and finish on this is perfect. And I love the way it feels in hand. I mean, it feels really good in hand. It's a big ass handle, but I got pretty good sized hands, and this thing, like, I mean, it feels really good in hand. That swell he puts in there holds in there perfectly in your hand. It just feels so comfortable in hand. And it's kind of slender too, so it's not as thick. So, man, this thing, you have so much control. And then if you wanted to choke back here towards the end, you still got that little, and he rounded it out perfectly right here. Just nice and round, so you're not going to get no hot spots, no burn, you know, nothing there. It's just nice and round, just perfectly enough to where you can choke back. And this thing's so big. I mean, you got pretty much got a hand axe or a sword, a mini sword here. Just bitching. So I did bring out, to show you the difference here, the Bark River Mountain Shining Bowie. So here's the Bark River, and this one's beautiful. I love this one. This one is so nice. This is the one that inspired me to make this one that Wyatt made me. This one's just gorgeous, dude. It has elk antler handles. Perfectly nice little contour for the, whoever picked that out picked the perfect antler handle for that grip, because it's nice and it flares in just perfectly into the hand. You know, you got your aluminum guard and pummel, and then, but look at this. I wanted a bigger version, so Wyatt just made this monster, dude, and this thing is just freaking awesome. So I wanted the style of the Mountain Shining Bowie, but with my own flair and our own touch, and of course I let Wyatt put his touch into it too, because to see, you know, he knows what he's doing, and he knows what, you know, he gives me ideas and tells me suggestions, and 90% of the time I'll say let's do that, because I know he knows what he's doing. But just bitching, man, I just freaking love this blade, man. It came out so badass, and Wyatt, his grind work, his polishing and everything else, just perfect. Absolutely perfect, man. This thing is awesome. Full tang construction, as you can see. This is a hidden full tang. This is still full tang, but he made it like where this is all the way, even the guard is is full tang. So this thing, I mean, this is not just all brass where if you hit it's gonna break. This is 8670 heat treated perfectly, all the way down here, all the way around, straight up, solidly reinforced blade there. And then of course your fat lanyard hole right there for if you want to put something around and wrap around your wrists to get more control so you don't lose it and chop your arm off. And Wyatt always puts killer freaking edges, man. So I brought out a piece of paper to show you the sharpness of this. Look at that. Can you imagine someone swinging this at you? Oh, this perfectly heat treated 8670. Slow, look at it. Let's do a little curl. Let's see. There you go. That's how sharp this sucker is, dude. Look at this. Making little curls with the paper and shit. This thing is just, I mean, for all the way up here at top, middle, very far back. Wyatt is a master at, he puts laser beam, put it this way. He puts laser beam edges on his knives. Come on, man. And I did tell him on this one, since this is going to be a presentation Bowie, I'm not going to do a hard use review on this one. I just want to keep this one nice, because usually I'll go back every Wyatt Hines blade I ever got. I did a full hard use review on it. Maybe in the future I will. Since he polishes up so nicely, I was like, you know, I might just keep this as a presentation Bowie. This isn't going to be a user Bowie for me. I mean, you totally can be. Like I said, this thing is just perfect. It's heat treated. It's a total user Bowie. But I think I'm going to use this one just for display, and I have it up there with my other style Mountain Shining Bowie styles. I have like also the Blackjack Anaconda has the same style blade. I got my Smith & Wesson Big Bowie, and then now the Mountain Shining Bowie here. So yeah, how to show you guys, man, how to do a little video on this one, because this thing is just so freaking bitching. And you can see there, it's a freaking laser beam. Super sharp. All right, guys, that's it for this one. I just wanted to show you this Wyatt Hines blade. Hope you like it, and till next knife, gun, or whatever.